Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are tackling a classic, which is if you like this, read that recommendation style. I know that there are tons of people who have made videos like this over the past few years, but I did want to add my 2 cents to this conversation. The thing is that most of the videos that, at least the ones that I've seen with this style of recommendation, they've usually stuck to the same books and recommended those same books over and over again. In this particular video, I am planning on digging a little deeper. I've curated a list of like 8 pairs of books, and the read that part are the books that I think deserve way more hype, or books that I haven't really seen people mention quite as much. These books are kind of like the hidden gems that I don't think you might have seen on your feed that much yet. And since I know everybody loves budget friendly reads, I have tried to include a lot of Kindle Unlimited recommendations for you guys. If you are looking for your next 5-star read or just hoping to get the most out of your subscription, then I think you'll find a lot of books in this video that you can add to your DBR. Without further ado, let's just jump right into the first one. The first book is this one, and this is a pretty popular book, obviously. If you liked the forced proximity, the banter, and the personalities of the characters from this book, then you need to check out In a Jam by Kate Canterbury. The characters are so similar. The forced proximity is there, so is the grumpy sunshine vibes. The only twist obviously is that while this book is a workplace romance, this one is a small town romance with a marriage of convenience trope. So I think you will really enjoy that twist in this book, and like I said, the characters are really similar. So if you loved Josh and Lucy, then you are bound to love Noah and Shay. This book is incredible. It's also very spicy. So if you liked this book and if you are excited about the prospect of reading a little more spice, then definitely check out this book. I just finished it recently and I immediately gave this book 5 stars. I gave this book 5 stars too. If you haven't read this book yet, because obviously there are tons of new and upcoming books now, go check this book out. This book actually, surprisingly, I just realized that this book came out 10 years ago. It came out in 2016. People are talking about 2016, so I just realized that. This book is incredible. There's a movie adaptation, and by the way, speaking of books, In a Jam is available on Kindle Unlimited. You can check out my new 5-star read immediately. For fans of high heat and high spice, high stakes romances, you might have probably heard of the book For the Fans by Nyla K. It's obviously really angsty, really good. The characters are incredible, and if you enjoyed this book, then you need to check out The Prodigal Son by Sarah Kate. This is the 4th and final book in the Good Brother series, but I think the books in the series are interconnected standalones. I don't think you need to read the first 3 books in the series in order to read this one. You can probably read The Homewrecker, which is the 2nd book, and then maybe read this one if at all you want to like understand the world better. And like I said, if you loved the angst, the tension, the forbidden aspect of the couple in this book, then you will love this book. In this book, of course, the forbidden aspect is there because they're stepbrothers, but in this book, the forbidden aspect is there because one of them is a preacher and the other is a country singer, and there's also a really big age gap between the characters. It's really good. It's also my favorite from the series, and both of these books, if you didn't already know, are available on Kindle Unlimited, so you can immediately add it to your TBR and check it out. Moving on to the next one. If you love rom-coms with a ton of spice and happen to love celebrity romances, then I'm not sure if you've heard about either of these books, because I don't think they have gotten the hype they deserve. The next book I want to talk about is Save Your Breath by Candy Steiner. Now, this book is, I think, the 4th book in the Kings of the Ice series. It's a series of hockey romances, and this particular book is the angstiest one out of the series. It's kind of second chance, and it's a celebrity romance because the FMC in this book is a pop star. If you like celebrity romances, with angst and a fake dating trope, then you need to check out The Winner Across the Way by Amy Award. This is the second book in the Kingsman series, so you need to read the first book because they're all interconnected. Anyways, this is the second book in the series, and this also has the fake dating trope. And he's an American football player and she is a pop star, and again, like this book, there's a fake dating trope. And a bonus, if you were invested in the whole Taylor and Travis saga, like how their relationship started and everything, then you need to check out this book because it's basically their relationship but in the form of a book. I'm not even kidding you, the external subplots that are there in this book literally mirror whatever happened in Taylor and Travis's relationship. If you guys love watching their relationship bloom, even if you haven't heard of this book, check this book out. It's really good. And one of the good things about this book is that it's a plus size rep. The FMC is a plus size character. And also, if you love a good found family trope, then you need to check out both of these books if you haven't already. And bonus, both these books are available on Kindle Unlimited. Next up, it's kind of a cop-out because this is technically not a book, but it is adapted from a book. Season 3 of Bridgerton. Bridgerton season 3, if you know, is Colin and Penelope's story, and obviously this season is adapted from the book Romancing Mr. Bridgerton, from the whole Bridgerton series written by Julia Quinn. So technically it is a book, and if you liked the book or have watched season 3, then you need to check out The Anaconda Downstairs by Amy Award. This is the 4th book in the Kingsman series. It is the same series from the previous book that I was talking about, which is The Winner Across the Way. This is the 4th book. There is a 3rd book which obviously you need to read in order to get to this book. If you loved Colin and Penelope, you will love Everett and Penelope. It's a complete coincidence that the FMC is also called Penelope in this book, but it's basically a contemporary version of season 3. It's really good. It's a sports romance. He's a football player from the same family. All the guys in this books are brothers. They're all playing like American football, and each book is about each of them like falling in love. Like season 3, this book also has the dating lessons trope. That's pretty much it. Again, this book is available on Kindle Unlimited for you guys to check out. Next, we have one of the best romances I have ever read. It is such a classic. I'm pretty sure all of you would have heard of it. It's called Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. Now, I feel like I don't need to explain the tropes of this book because it is so popular, but I will tell you that if you loved this book, then you will fall in love with Rewind It Back by Liz Stomfordy. Characters and the relationship arc is kind of similar. There is pain and love and loss and everything that you see in this book. It's in this book as well. This book, however, is the 5th book in a series called Windy City, so you need to read the previous 4 books before jumping into this one. Otherwise, all the couples from the previous books are gonna get spoiled or whatever. But the good news, however, is that this book, and this book specifically, is available on Kindle Unlimited. First 4 books are sadly not available on Kindle Unlimited, but this one is. I have recommended rom-coms, angsty romances. Now let's jump into dark romances. When I talk about dark romances, the first book that's probably gonna come to your mind is Lights Out by Navessa Allen, and for the right reasons. The hype for this book is well deserved. I loved it a lot. But if you are looking for more books with the dark comedy vibe, where the MMC is possessive and obsessive, but he also is hilarious and has a really great personality, then you need to pick up In the Dark by Chelsea Curto. This book is available on Kindle Unlimited. This is again like a dark rom-com, and the premise, or you could say the meet cute of the couple in this book is really interesting. They meet at a haunted house. So he is like he plays like a role in the haunted house, and he scares all the visitors, and she ends up at the haunted house while she's accompanying her friend, but she gets lost and he ends up finding her, and then the rest is like history. So if you loved the vibes of Lights Out, then you will fall in love with this book. It was really good. Again, The spice in this book is insane. Both these books are definitely dark, so check your trigger warnings before jumping into them. But otherwise, yeah, the spice is dialed up, the tension is there, and the he'll do anything for her is so there. These men will do anything for the woman they're in love with. Here is the last pair I have to recommend you guys. When we talk about romance novels, Emily Henry's name is bound to come up. When we think about her books, Beach Read is probably the first one that comes to your mind. In this book, you have two flawed characters who've been through a lot, been burnt by love. Now they kind of need to evaluate their stance on falling in love and second chances and what it is like to move on when hurtful things happen. There is the tension, the angst, and of course both the characters in this book are writers, which adds a really interesting element to the story and how they process things. If you liked that particular feature about this book, then you need to read The Roughest Draft by Emily Wibberley and Austin Siegemann Broca. In this book, you again have two writers, but the difference is that these two writers co-write books together until an incident 6 years ago, after which they refused to speak about their falling out with the public. But there is a contract asking them to write one final book together, so they have to put aside their differences, come back together to write that final book and acknowledge whatever happened all those years ago that led to their falling out. If you love Emily Henry's writing, you will love the writing style in this book as well. The characters are really good. The romance is amazing in this book. It is one of my favorite books ever, and this book has such amazing quotes. Let me read you guys one of the quotes. It's really good. It's not a romance quote, but this book, the minute I saw this quote, I immediately fell in love. This is the quote. It says, "Reading and loving books are the fingerprints of who I am. No matter how much I change, they'll stay the same, betraying me to myself for the rest of my life." If that does not describe you as a reader, I don't know what will. Like, this book is really good. These two books, so amazing. This book definitely deserves more hype. I never hear people talk about this book often. If you loved the whole rival authors forced to write a book, then this is basically the black coffee version of it. It's a lot more angstier. It's also a little steamy, and it also relies heavily on the shared history between two writers and how that can influence the story they're writing and the characters themselves. And those are my 8 recommendations. So if you truly loved the popular titles amongst these pairs, then you will love the underrated books that I've suggested you try reading. They are all amazing in their own right. So I'm dying to know, have you heard about any of these books? The ones that I mentioned besides the popular ones. If you have, let me know in the comments. Also, let me know if you thought of some similar books to the ones I recommended in this video. Also, let me know which books you guys are adding into your TBR from the ones I suggested in the video. I would love to know that as well. If you enjoyed this video and want more budget-friendly reads, then hit that like button and subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss out on more bookish content. It really helps the channel. Also, don't forget to follow me on Bookstagram. The link to my profile is in the description box. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I know that you guys lead busy lives, but I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today nonetheless. I'll see you in the next video. Happy reading. Bye.